Okay, so I finally saw Quantumania because it came on Disney Plus, and I don't hate the movie. I don't love the movie. I kind of don't like the movie. So let me take a step back and explain myself on Marvel Cinematic Universe. Okay, I'm not going to take it all the way back to the beginning, but I will say all the way through Marvel Cinematic Universe, I think they've had some winners and they've had some duds. Now, the movies that have come out in the past year or so, what is time? I mean, it gets a little confusing, but let's start with Spider-Man: Far From Home. That was a pretty good movie. I thoroughly enjoyed that. There's a couple of nostalgia kicks in it, but it was pretty good. I really enjoyed it, and I've watched it like 3 times now. I really liked it. Then came, I think it was Doctor Strange came next. I get them a little confused. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Uh, a lot of people hated that movie. I kind of liked it. Perfect? No, not by a long shot. But I thought there was a lot of really good elements in that movie, and I thought it really worked. Thor: Love and Thunder is one that didn't get received. Now I'm going to tell you, it had gotten so panned by the time I viewed it. I kind of recognized what was being attempted. Do I think it worked? No, not on a. There's a whole lot of levels where it did not work, but it wasn't terrible either. I mean, it was. There was a few parts of it. My favorite part of that movie is at the end where why would I fight you when I can spend my last moments with her? I thought that was a pretty good line. I thought that was a pretty good way to show Gore that, hey, what you're doing is wrong, and this is why. But we also know that movie got cut down a lot. It was like the original was like almost 3 hours long, and maybe if we had that full 3 hours, we'd probably get a whole lot more understanding, and maybe some things would have fit a little better. Maybe that comedy was down. Never mind. Never mind. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever was nowhere near as good as the first Black Panther movie, but it wasn't bad. I liked it. I liked it a great deal. I went into Quantumania trying to have no expectations. I'm not going to get into Disney Plus series. That's going to take too long. So I just wanted to cover some of the movies. And Quantumania, I kind of liked the opening. I thought that was kind of cool. I kind of liked a lot of things about it. Kang, I thought was good. The paradox um, thing was pretty nice. Modoc was terrible. Modoc was. I first off, Darren Cross being Modoc, I'm not arguing with. Okay, that's a creative decision. I don't think it was a bad idea. I think it was very poorly executed, and honestly, the CG looked horrible. I don't know how you could make Modoc look okay. All right, Modoc is almost a laughable character in the way he looks. So there is that factor. But that was that was terrible. And his whole turn at the end, I'm not a dick. I'm like, why? You have no. It was just stupid. I mean, his whole storyline, everything about him was just stupid. So that was down. Uh, for the most part, I did like Jonathan Majors as Kang. I thought he did a really good performance overall. He, by the way, anybody who thinks Kang is dead is stupid. All right, that he did not get killed in the end of that movie, and I'm speaking specifically of the Kang in the movie. He did not get killed in that movie. No, I'm not talking about a multiversal Kang. He got defeated. He didn't get his ass kicked. You know, yeah, he suffered a setback, but I'm pretty sure he has plenty to come back with. So that in mind, and didn't say spoilers for a movie, but come on, man. I mean, let's get real. The other thing I didn't like was I understand they were trying to make it weird, and I generally dig weird, but it almost went a little too far with the weird, and that kind of lost me. It just didn't work for me. I didn't like it. And as a result, it kind of soured the whole movie for me. There was a lot of stuff going on with Cassie and Scott Lang, and I wanted that to be, they wanted there to be a dynamic between those two. Obviously, father daughter kind of thing. And I think some of it did fall flat. Uh, yeah, I mean, I do think some of it just fell flat. It could have been handled better. And I didn't even mind the fake birthday at the end. It was just like, yeah, I missed a few. Oh, well, okay, that's kind of cute. But I think the execution and some of the comedy really fell flat and felt stupid too. There's comedy bits that work. I mean, one of the best ones is like Thor when he's talking about Thor is my brother and the son of Asgard. He's killed X number of people. He's adopted. That was a good one, and I understood that reference. And yeah, you can do comedy and make it work. And I mean, there was good comedy in all the Avenger movies. This comedy just didn't work. It just fell flat. And I mean, I like the bit where they call him Spider Man. That's kind of funny, especially in light of what happened in Spider Man. But hey, I mean, I'm not trying to do a full review or fully cover this whole movie. I am saying, yeah, Love and Thunder was a weak movie, and it should have been better, and I think there was intention for it to be better. However, with Quantumania, I'm really thinking they didn't really know what they were doing, and it kind of flopped when it should have soared. This was our first look at, honest to God, Kang, the Conqueror, and, I mean, while he did look, he went pretty good. I think the movie around him did not go so good. That doesn't mean I think it's a garbage movie, but it's, you know, easily my least favorite movie of the MCU that I don't have some liking to, if that makes any sense, because Iron Man 3, I'll never like that movie, nor will I ever like Captain Marvel. So, if that makes it a little clearer, you know, I would still put it above those, but I mean, those are trash, so there we are. And I don't know how to steer the ship with Marvel right now because it's like Kang should be, to coin a comic phrase, an Omega level threat and legitimately a threat. And, he should be as badass as Thanos, if not more so. And I don't know, it's just not ringing. Maybe when we get some Fantastic Four in here, and maybe that'll help it. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't, it's kind of coasting right now, and I don't see the Marvels doing much to help it at all. Period. I don't think the Marvels is going to save Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's going to take a miracle. Miracle. Okay, that was a History of World Part One reference. Sorry, I kind of went off base there, off tracks there. But anyway, really the whole point of this is just to say, yeah, I saw Quantumania. Didn't love it, but didn't hate it. It's just okay. It's kind of there. And if I had to rank it, I'd say 2 stars, maybe 4 out of 10. It was just, there were some likable parts, but I've been kind of negative on the Ant-Man movies anyway. I don't know, they don't resonate with me the way the other movies have. So that's kind of par for the course for as far as Ant-Man movies go. But I will easily say, you know, well, no, I wouldn't even say it was my favorite Ant-Man movie. I think the first one was. So, yeah. I'll just say that, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. There you go. All right. Um, that kind of wraps up my musings on Quantumania. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for listening.